Okay, hi, my name is Kelly, and basically, I'm starting a YouTube channel. I have some like point form notes on the side, and realistically, no one is really watching this, which makes it more reassuring. But hi, my name is Kelly. I'm 20 years old. I've always wanted to start a YouTube channel since I was really young, from reviewing like Muji pencils to unboxing like little blind boxes to making slime. I've always wanted to do YouTube, but I was always too scared to do it because of how other people would judge me, and I always thought like, who would watch my videos? Blah blah blah. So I thought a lot about the future rather than the present. And through some conversations with my friends, I was thinking I should focus more on the present. And so that's why I'm starting this again. And my goals with this channel is really just to share a slice of my life, but in more of a form of sitting down videos rather than doing crazy things and sharing a slice of it. Because I think nowadays a lot of people talk about ways you can always be better in life or showing you their lavish life. And I wish there's a slice of people who tell you more about their lives, realistic versions of it, where they're stressed, they're overwhelmed, they're lost, they don't know what they're doing. But you're just watching this aesthetic part of it, but you don't feel like you're growing with them. And so my goals with this is to capture the ways I'm attempting to grow and to not meander around, because without anything, I feel like it's so easy to just get lost in the sauce and just be silent and just let life like throw you around. But I want to do what I can in my control to do reach the things I want to reach and accept that there is no like perfection version of it, but just like consistent overall effort. So like for me, I kind of want to learn, if you want to learn with me, about like different like readings, like philosophy, like self-help, but more on a philosophy lens, by being a better student. I'm a third year student, and I feel like I still don't really know how to study like and manage that in a healthy way. So that's something I want to do. It's always the idea like you should start early, do it over time, but I always cram at the end because I've always gotten away with it, but now I am not getting away with it. Like my results are pretty bad. So focusing on how to be a better student. One of the biggest things is how learning how to deal with stress, because in our society I feel like stress is so prevalent, and I saw stress manifest in a very physical way and emotional, mental. Like, obviously, I felt trapped, but my eczema flared up. I had really bad allergies. Like, I was reacting all over my body, and I'm still reacting all over my body. And that's something I realized I have to learn to deal with. And I'm not just gonna figure it out one day where I reach a stress free zone, a fresh stress free state. And that's something I have to learn and get used to. Not get used to the stress, but learn how to deal with it better and not let myself react in such a way that negatively impacts my health and like lessens my lifespan and like have so many like physical, results of it. Also, I've always really wanted to build, but I don't know why I never got around to it. I want to build something, and ultimately it's just not figuring shit out, but letting like shit come up and figuring out as we go. So, well, that being said, that's a lot of heavy topics where I'm talking about how stress manifests itself, being lost in life, being 20 and not knowing what I'm doing, and having like all these overwhelming thoughts. But I'm just really trying to move towards a thought where it's like I'm putting in action rather than thinking too much about it, because I tend to think a lot and not actually put in action. So then you're just stuck in the cycle of thinking, which is pretty bad. But I also want to keep it light and airy a little bit because, like too much heavy topics is not the best. So just keeping it real with like aspects of life. Like I'm 20. Like I'm not too old. So basically that's what my channel is going to be. I know that was probably a lot and you don't really know me, but yeah.